Welcome. It is I, Tevin Nil Chapo. Friends call me Chop, and we are back with another episode of Chop Logic, the show where we bring on people from many different walks of life and we quiz them to see what they know, to see if they gon' go with some money. I'm working on that. We still working on that part of the intro. But we got a special guest in the building today, man. Real special guest, man. My boy Dierre's in the building. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, thank you so much. Appreciate you coming through. Brother? You know what I mean?
Yes,
good looks. And you know what I'm saying? Just tell the world, you know what I'm saying, for those who don't know, because I know, you know what I'm saying? We here. So so I would have an idea. But just tell the world, you know what I'm saying, what is it that you do today?
Okay. Well, my occupation is a firefighter. Just pretty much new. Just got into the career field. I did my about 15 months of recruit school.
Wow.
And, yeah. So that was pretty long. And been out in the field, man, for a few months. So just really learning the ropes and getting settled in.
Okay. So you know what I'm saying? We've been knowing each other since high school.
Man, long time, yeah.
Long time. And it's just crazy for me because it's like, you definitely had the charisma to, do, these types of things. But what brought you into that? Because, we all did video.
Right.
So it's like we was all in video going crazy. Yeah. So, what made you go from that to this? Or even, you know what I'm saying, even not even to say that you're not doing it no more, but just, just to put you in there.
Yeah, man, I get that question a lot. I would say I've kind of had a love for both things, man. I still love video, still love photography, still love production, man. Still love it with a passion. But I've always had a desire, and I don't know if it was from my upbringing, my parents, but I always wanted to be in public service. So that was always kind of like a passion of mine. I always like helping other people. And I think this just gave me an opportunity to kind of like put a few different type of things together. I love like camaraderie. I mean, like, we were back doing video, like
we was going crazy.
Yeah, man, it was team. So I was like, and then once I, went to college and did the whole thing, got a degree, and I got kind of like these positions, and I felt like it was a little bit of the opposite of what I was expecting it to be. Yeah, and I was kind of like wanting more out of certain things, and I just found that it was a good fit with the schedule. So I got some flexibility to still be able to kind of satisfy some of my needs and some of my wants at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I do it because public service, man, I like to serve people. I love to help people, man. If any way I can help somebody and it's within my means or within my capabilities, I'm always down for it, man. And I love the camaraderie, the team aspect of it, getting to know guys, because I feel like a major purpose out of life is not just how much money you can make, man. It's about how you can impact other people around you.
Yeah, no doubt, for sure. So just going into just working in public service and everything, who were some of your influences that kind of drove that decision, or even like the mentors throughout the whole process of getting to this point?
Oh man, that's getting kind of heavy. Most definitely my my oldest brother, man. R.I.P. He passed away 2015. He was a police officer for Clayton County.
Okay.
And he kind of even let me know that was an option, because sometimes you're going through high school, man, and you don't see certain things. So I mean, like firefighters and all that type of stuff, and certain careers exist. Yeah. It's like if you don't really see, like, you don't have a family member that does it, or you don't have a friend that kind of does it, it's kind of like, I ain't really looking at that type of thing for me. And I would say he kind of kicked it off, man. I remember growing up, he just always wanted to be a police officer, and I was like, nah, man, I'm into like sports and I'm into different things. I ain't thinking about nothing like that. So as he got older, and I saw him kind of attack those goals and was able to achieve it, and that made it more like realistic to me. And I saw how much satisfaction he got out of being able to go to work every day, man, calling me after every shift saying, hey, man, we had this happen today, that type of thing.
Yeah.
That type of excitement. So he was definitely, I would say, my biggest influence as, even looking into the career and want to achieve the goal.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Condolences,
I appreciate it, man. Yeah.
What were some of like the biggest challenges that you faced, just getting into the field?
Biggest challenges. I would say overall, it took me about about 2 years, man, to even get into recruit school, I would say. I applied a couple times, didn't hear anything back. I was even considering, didn't hear anything, like a rejection email, a rejection phone call, nothing, like heard nothing back. So I just started thinking about it from a different approach. I was like, well, maybe if I go and like get some like technical training or something, like maybe if I take the first step and like get my EMT license, or take the first step and get my firefighting certificate or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll kind of open the doors for me to be able to get in and, actually get my application looked at. It seemed like it wasn't even getting looked at. So
For sure.
well, I didn't do any of that. I just kept applying, and I ended up applying, man, and recruiter called me back, said, "Hey, man, we want to bring you in and take the do a PAT, a physical agility test, and then do a written exam." And from that point on, man, it just took off. It was just a project. That was the beginning of the process.
So wait, like usually, do you know if it takes that long for them to reach out, or is it just kind of like your situation?
Yeah, I've heard crazy stories, man. I've heard people like processes being as long as just trying to get on, man, 5 years. Like a lot of like
5 years?
Yeah, like a few guys.
So you would apply, and then 5 years later, you will get hit back.
Right. I'm not sure if it's just like the department's just not like, if you just not what they're looking for, they ain't even bother to just like tell you like you're rejected.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've heard people applying to places and they getting the call back like years later, or having to like go to a volunteer service first to get on with like a career department, because that's what we're on a career department. But a lot of fire services just like volunteer.
Yeah.
So I mean, that was a blessing in itself to even be able to just do that without like having necessarily the college background or educational or technical training from it. And they just take you through all that through recruit school.
Okay, so just how is recruit school? Is it like super hard? Is it just
man,
is it like on some police academy type stuff where they just all types of trickery going on?
Man, where do you want to start with recruit school, man? It was
all right. Take us in from like day one. So like you come in day one, you don't know what to expect.
I'll take
so
you.
Like just like how's day one and then going on from that day.
Okay, I'll take you. I mean, even before, right? Like before day one, you get the email saying, "All right, you guys, just be prepared for your first day. Make sure you get there early. You're supposed to be there at 7:00. Make sure you get there. Don't be walking in at 6:55. Don't be walking in at 6:57. Like, make a good impression.
Yeah,
get there an hour early. Of course, we had some people that
was gonna show up.
Yeah,
at 7.
So, but you get the email, man, saying that just be prepared. Dress business casual. Make sure you don't have any facial hair, which was a big like. I almost didn't want to take the job because of that, man.
Because the baby face.
I'm like, man, I at least need a mustache or something, man. But you get that email, man, you pumped up, you excited because you want to meet the other guys and see who else going to be in the class, who else want to kind of like take that same journey, got the same type of mindset, want to do the same thing.
Yeah.
But man, the first day was, it was like a run of the mill. Just you get the chiefs, deputy chiefs come down, the big wigs come down and give you the speech about. Look to your left, look to your right. Only one of you guys will be here by the end of the process. That type of thing. Yeah. So, but I'll be damned if they went right. But yeah, man, it was the run of the mill kind of like, first day on the job. You meet the new people you're gonna be dealing with. You meet the big wigs and get your books. They kind of take you through what to expect from the journey and see if you built for it, man.
Wow. Okay. Yep. Cool. So when they did that whole, look to your left, look to your right. Mm-hmm. So how many people started versus how many people finished?
I think our class officially started with, 39 individuals.
Okay.
So it was 38 guys and one girl. Or one woman per se.
Okay. Yeah. We in a new culture nowadays. You gotta
I always call nobody no girl. But yeah, man, we started out with 39 of us, man, and we graduated with 15.
Wow.
Yeah, we graduated with 15. So we started with the EMS portion first. So that was getting our EMT license, our EMTB license, and our advanced EMT license. And then once we acquired those certificates, we then went to like the actual fire training academy. So once we got to the training academy, I think we added 4 more guys from what we brought from EMS school per se. And yeah, man, we graduated with 15 people.
Man, was it just that hard, or was it just people just not applying themselves like that?
I think a little bit of both, man. I think just like with anything you kind of try or you want to kind of do, you see some guys who you can kind of size up and say, yeah, you probably ain't gonna make it, but just based off of just based off of attitude and based off of dedication to certain stuff, whether you're willing to put the extra time in. Because I mean, we've all, I think, went through class and seen some things that, man, I've never seen anything like this before, and I have to kind of learn it in a matter of 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, well, what do you do in that situation? Are you a person that's kind of gonna like complain and say, well, I don't have enough time for it to be able to master it or be able to get through? Or are you gonna spend that extra hour, a couple hours a day to kind of make sure you understand it and make sure you can pass the test or make sure you can perform a certain skill? But yeah, I would say it was a little bit of both, a little bit of mindset. And I mean, I won't lie to you. It was one of the most challenging things I've ever done in my life from a mental standpoint and a physical standpoint, especially when you get down to the actual training academy. So
yeah, I was just about to ask, in terms of just like some of the biggest challenges that you faced, and you kind of like spoke on it, but kind of just dive a little bit deeper if you can. Okay. Like just some of the challenges that you faced just in the role, whether it been in training, whether it been, once you finish training, or just even like just mental, the toll on your work-life balance, anything. Yeah. What was the biggest challenge?
Yeah. The biggest, I'll give you the biggest challenge for each. So I would say the biggest challenge for the EMS portion was the amount of material, man. The amount of material that you had to learn in a given week or a given couple of days. Sometimes we would have 2 tests a week. So in a 5-day span, you can expect a 80 to 100 question test.
Whoa. 280 to 100 question tests. Is it multiple choice?
Yeah, they're multiple choice.
Okay. Yeah, so that's a lot of questions.
Yeah, man, that's a lot of so you might learn a new topic coming in that week on Monday, and then you have to test on that Wednesday, and it might be an 80 question test, 100 question test, and then you take the test that Wednesday, and the second half of that day, you learn new material, and you test Friday. You might take a test Friday afternoon.
That's wild.
Yeah. Whoa. And this is like anatomy stuff, like human anatomy.
Science?
Yeah. I know, man. So it's like physiology, how your body react to certain things and certain drugs. Yeah, man. That's what I was about to say. It was challenging, man. It was some guys that you knew that was like, you just ain't really putting the time in. But I mean, I've encountered a few guys that did put the time in, and it's just a lot, man. It's a lot to take in a short amount of time. So I would say that was the biggest challenge for the EMS portion. For the fire portion, for the fire training portion, it was physically, man, physically and mentally, it's just a different challenge, man. I haven't encountered anything like that ever in my life. We had guys that were like armed forces, like military and stuff, and they were going through it, man. Like everybody kind of had their days where it's like, damn, do I really want to be doing this? Is this really what it takes to be able to do it? But just physically, man, we had a few tasks we had to do. Some guys were afraid of heights. Some guys were confined space. I thought confined space was a really tough one. We had to be able to maneuver with all our gear on, blindfolded, take our pack off, our breathing apparatus, and push it through a tube like you're going through like a underground, like I want to say where it was probably similar to like how you have sewers down like outside and stuff like that. You're supposed to kind of like mimic a manhole a little bit.
Okay.
And you're supposed to be able to maneuver through that, man, and keep your mask on, make sure you got your face piece clicked in and everything like that, and be able to get through it, man, and not run out of air and not panic when you in there, man. Like you get some bigger guys in there, and
Nah,
they got a tough time, man.
I might panic. I ain't gonna hold you. That sound like
I mean, yeah, even with just the gear, like just I mean, we had guys freak out with just putting on the actual face piece because I mean, guys get down there, they ask you if you're claustrophobic, nobody raised their hand, and then when you get down there, you see some people that's, I mean, they can't even wear the face piece, man. So,
man.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I couldn't. You lost me at 100 questions quick, bro. That's when I would have left that day.
Yeah, man.
Man, what? Okay, that's
Yeah.
so you get through all the training.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some of the toughest experiences of your life,
Mm-hmm.
and you get to work with, get the camaraderie that you've been, looking for.
Right,
So,
right.
in terms of just like a teammate, like what kind of teammate did you look for, or do you look for in this current role?
Yeah, well, just to describe my position a little bit, I'm at a single engine company, so that means at our station it's just a captain, driver, and you'll have a tailboard two tailboards, and I'm a tailboard. When you just looking for, I mean, out of a captain, I'm just looking for just solid leadership, man. Somebody who has kind of like a open door policy, or somebody that's not too relaxed, kind of wants to take that initiative to say, hey, come let me show you this.
Yeah.
Or we on the scene, or we're at a call, and just pay attention the next time when we get this call, be mindful of this, so such and such. So just somebody, man, who's willing to share their experience, man. You get to a station, get to a house, and I mean, you might have 50 years worth of experience between your captain and your driver. That's a lot of experience,
that's a hell of
man.
a lot.
And I'm a few months in. It's like, man, I need to be trying to soak up as much as I can for you guys, because y'all about ready to hit the door and get up out of here.
Nah, for sure.
So yeah, just somebody who's willing to share their experiences, man. I mean, I don't get kind of like rattled by, if you like a rookie coming out, guys want to kind of you the butt of the jokes, that type of thing. I'm not really fazed by any of that. As long as you're giving me some good information, I can pretty much get along with pretty much anybody. I'm a pretty chill guy. So
Yeah, for sure. Well, I already know. You know what I'm saying? You just want to. Dierre is one of the coolest, most level-headedest people that you will ever meet. You know what I mean? So, that's as much respect. So I definitely understand that. But just in the time that you've been working so far, like, what is the craziest thing that you've seen?
Craziest thing. Let me see. Something
just stupid wild. You was just like, what?
Oh, I got one for you. Y'all know the show Hoarders, right?
Yes. All right. I don't even know where this is going. Okay,
so we get a call. We get I think it was I can't remember. I think it was just a general sick, or might have been a wellness check call. So we get dispatched to that, like a person down, and we go to, we have our fair share of nursing home and healthcare facilities in our territory for our station, and so we go to the place. We're in there a lot, so we're familiar with it, and we go up to the room, go up to the unit, and we can't get in the door, so we knock on the door. Nobody comes to the door, and we go back down to the front desk. Say, hey, we got a call for this door, blah 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 blah. Do you have the residents' contact information? So she gave us that stuff, and we end up getting into contact with the guy, and so we end up gaining access to his to the room that the person was supposed to be in, and it was, I mean, it wasn't even, the apartment was about as big as just this room is. And the whole apartment, and I think he had at least 20 American flags in there, and he had shit. the first thing you see when you walked in was it was like how people used to have clotheslines outside, used to hang clothes outside. Yeah. He had that wire literally running from the front door, to a closet, back across to the kitchen, back across to the living space, back across to the bedroom, back to the bathroom. He just had
a line,
like a
just
line
to,
just coming through the house, right? So that was the first thing that he had, like a bunch of flags and a bunch of clothes like hanging on it. And I mean, the place was just like unbelievable, like unbelievable, man. It was so like dirty, like you could. I mean, it's just like books and like old pizza boxes, soda cans, soda bottles, anything you can imagine, man, was literally just stacked on top of each other. Like it was even. The only thing you could really do is it was a walk. It was like a pathway for you to walk through.
just one singular path.
It was one yeah,
one at a time.
It was one singular pathway.
People can walk through.
You can walk through and you can back out of it. I'm not even sure if it was enough space for you to turn around and actually walk out.
You gotta literally just step back.
Right. So yeah, I mean, and I was like, well, how can somebody be a man down to this? He don't have nowhere to fall.
Nah,
or he don't
facts.
have nowhere to like pass out or be sick. It's just like it's not even enough room for that to happen.
No room for movement
like
at all.
like as soon as we get in, but I mean we do our due diligence and we check, make sure nobody's in there, nothing's in there. But yeah, that call, man, that was I've like on a scale of 1 to 10 of like some places I've been in, that was definitely a 10, man. That place was like dirty and it was just junk and stuff piled on top of everything. That was a call that stood out. Another call was kind of like on a more serious note. A guy had we think the guy suffered a cardiac arrest. So the call came in. Yeah, the call came in as a person hit by an automobile. So we thinking a pedestrian. Nah, we gonna go and see somebody that got hit by a car or whatever. We gonna go out and help them.
Through. Yeah.
Right. And as we're getting there, we get an update on the call, and they're saying, well, now this person is in cardiac arrest now. So we're like, okay, we get there, we gonna have to work, like really work.
Nah, for real. That's
so,
crazy.
We get there, we gonna have to really work. And by the time we got there, we got another update that said that the end of the patient's wife ran him over with the car. So we get there, and I'm like, all right, yo, this scene probably gonna be a little chaotic when we get there, because
maybe a little bit.
Yeah. So we get there, and it's kind of like the opposite. Like we get there, and it's like, I mean, it's neighbors there, and it's the patient's wife, and
So wait, she hit him and stayed?
Right. Yeah. So it was. So it'll make sense as I explain.
Okay,
like,
go ahead.
You're like, you on the same path that I was on while I'm riding in the back on the car. I'm like, okay, all right. That's why I'm like, this should be like, I'm expecting the people to be like this at each other, like just going back and forth,
going
like
through crazy.
PD to be out there, right? Like, what are we going crazy, right? So, we get there, and I mean, the guy's on the ground, and he's I would make a good estimation to say he's dead already, because he's pretty blue, like he's cold as ice, like he's dead. But we do our due diligence and we work him, do compressions and do everything we can to try to get him back. But we, after you get through, you kind of examine the guy and you see that what we were reported to come out for is not consistent what we saw with his body. Like if somebody gets ran over or get hit by a car, you're gonna see some type of compression injury. I mean, you might see a time mark somewhere.
Yeah,
like you will see
something.
Yeah, right. So none of that was present. So I think what happened was the guy, the lady said that she went to church and then she came back, and her husband didn't go with her, and she came back, and as she was pulling into the driveway, it was like on a little incline, and she said she felt like she ran over something, like she bumped into something. So I think she just kind of like probably bumped into him and felt like, I don't think she actually ran him over, but I think he was already dead. I think he had a heart attack. I think he went into cardiac arrest and was probably dead a few minutes out, like a good amount of time before she got there, and she thought she hit him. And
wow,
yeah, it was really strange, man. That's why I say that one was a strange one too, man.
Man, that sounds like an episode of CSI.
Yeah, so you already know once we do our life-saving measures and everything, yeah, that's a crime scene.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah. So
man,
don't touch, we get our equipment, but don't touch nothing else. Yeah, it was strange, man. So
man, that would have been trippy. I would have been wigging out seeing all that happen, man.
Yeah, man.
Wow. Woo. Hey, you better than me, man. You better than me.
Yeah, man. I'm early in. I've seen my fair share of different things, but I mean, it's nothing compared to somebody who's 20 years, 25 years into.
Oh yeah, I already know. They
man.
done seen the world and back.
Right. So
Man,
sometimes I'm looking forward to that. Sometimes I'm not. So
hey, it's a dynamic at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like of course, you're gonna see a lot of crazier things.
oh yeah.
But wow. Yeah, I mean, it's part of the duty. So
yeah.
hey, so I mean, in terms of just like with everything that you got going on, how do you manage a work-life balance?
At this point, I'm still trying to figure it out. I'll be completely honest with you, man, because it's just different. It's different than any other career or job I've had. Having to be on call and away from home for 24 hours. I mean, you get 48 hours. You get the next 2 days off, but for those 24 hours, you're pretty much dedicated to whatever your occupation, whatever your task is going to be. So I'm still trying to figure it out, man. I'm still trying to figure out the financial side of it. I'm still trying to figure out, okay, do I have enough time to dedicate this to something else, or do I want to use that time to decompress? And just trying to figure out whatever measures I need to take to make sure I'm okay to even
for sure, mental health and everything.
Absolutely, man. So just I'm still trying to figure it out. It's going well so far, man. I like to kind of like work out in my spare time, or kind of like read and stuff to kind of, the best probably piece of advice I've gotten so far was once you leave the station, once you leave the house, leave the job there. Don't try your best not to take any of that back home with you, to your spouse, to your family, and anything like that, man. So I'm really trying to heed to that, and trying to stay the course with that, and just because if you can. That can be a weight. That can be a weight on somebody else if you always coming home and
you always dragging the work with you. Like, you don't believe what I just seen.
Right, like, man, don't nobody want to hear about no dead body you saw or no. Yeah, man.
Some people might, but it's like when it's every day.
Yeah, that's kind of like,
come on now.
Yeah, man. So, just trying to make sure I stay on top of that, and but I'm definitely trying to figure it out, man. But I don't have any really complaints right now so far about it. Just feeling it out, man.
I feel you. So, like, what was the last book that you read? Speaking of,
the last book I read was, I'm reading. Y'all heard of The 2% Way?
Yeah.
With Myra Rowe, the guy who played. Yeah. So I'm in the middle of that book right now, man. I thought that was. I heard his story and I thought it was pretty exceptional.
Yeah, for real, it is.
Yeah, so I was like, damn, let me get a little bit of what he got and see if I can translate that into my life some type of way, and the others around me. But yeah, that's what I'm on right now.
Okay, that's what's up. So when you are at the station, what does a typical day to day look like? If nothing is really crazy popping off, there's no real emergencies. Like you just you're on call, so you got the 24 hours that you gotta right. At least be ready for something to happen. But what does that day look like, even if something doesn't pop off?
Well, in a particular department we in, it's rare that you kind of get extended periods of downtime, because you just
really
man, you get your ass handed to you, like you bro, you getting work, bro. Like you might catch 2 hours of like a 2-hour block. Might be lucky, but you working, man. Like you would think you have a lot of, and I would assume some departments do get that like downtime to where, all right, we probably gonna have a 4-hour block or where we could like do some additional training or do something else, or if you want to take online classes to help you get closer to getting your certifications for whatever you're trying to do, to advance your career or whatever. I know when we do have downtime, that's what I kind of spend a lot of my time doing, trying to make sure I have my like what they call my paperwork in order.
Yeah.
To kind of so when I'm ready for a promotion, I can kind of already have all that stuff in order, and I won't be rushing and saying that, let me hurry up and try to take this class or make sure I get approved for this, so I can just already have it ready and good to go. So when it comes around for promotion time, I'm already ready
in there.
Yeah. But downtime, that's what I usually do. We got a gym there. Well, it's kind of like a makeshift gym, but it's some weights.
Okay, so
yeah,
like a little weight room.
Yeah. So you can exercise, stuff like that. I'm being that I'm just like getting into it. You really don't want to be caught like kind of just sitting on your ass and like you, the driver or the captain, been there 20 years. You in the recliner with them watching TV and shit.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you don't want to. You don't want to be caught like that, man. Your name will get around the department pretty quickly.
Yeah, I bet
you'll be that guy. So, nah, man, just making sure you always working and staying busy, man. It kind of really is. You would think it's a long time, and it's not. Well, what can you do for 24 hours? But it actually is something always to do when you're this early in your career.
Okay, I feel that. So in terms of being at this point now, I know you're still fresh into it, but anybody who want to walk in your footsteps, who's been thinking about it, doing like public service and maybe been on the fence about it, and maybe just kind of trying to get a feel of life, like any advice that you can give them?
I would definitely encourage it for guys or anybody who wants to come like do it after like high school. I think it could be a really good path, man. You can like get a good retirement or decent retirement and still have a lot of your life left to live. So, man, you could put 25 years in, 30 years in. Just say you start at 20, man. You can retire at 50, and it's like, man, you got a lot of life left to live after that, man. So it's like,
facts.
Yeah, it's like you can. I mean, I know some people who work till they sit in their 70s still working. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man,
ridiculous.
So, yeah, and you still working, man. So, and I think it's not suited for everybody, but somebody who's willing to kind of who's willing to work, who's willing to listen. I think it could be a really good career, in particular, like I say, individuals coming out of high school. You might be thinking the college thing's not for me, because it's not really for everybody.
No, for sure.
Yeah, so I would definitely consider it, man. It's exciting. If you come from like a sports background, if you come from anything you like to do, any athletic activities, play ball or whatever. Like you can transition that into this type of career, man. I would say I think it would be kind of seamless.
Okay, cool, yeah. Because I remember in high school, it was like every coach, every teacher would tell you like either you need to go to college or you need to go to the military. So it was like those are the only two.
That was
options.
it, man.
You know what I mean? Man. So it's good to like that you telling people that, because that's always an option that people don't think about. People don't. I think that the perception of public service is like, oh, you're gonna be 12. Or basically, you're gonna be working a desk job that you don't like. You feel what I'm saying? But there's so many different opportunities out there that we don't never think about.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it's dope that you were able to just shed some light onto that. This will be my last question before we get into the trivia.
Okay,
where do you see yourself in 5 years? It could be personal, professional, just however you want to answer it.
I do professional. 5 years, man. I'm looking to be having a paramedic certification. I get specific. Having a paramedic certification.
Okay.
Yeah. Having a hazmat certification.
Dope. Okay.
Think I want to go for technical rescue as well. And being able to drive the engine, man. Being able to drive the engine, the truck, and the quint. So. Yeah, I know I got kind of technical there. But
nah, that's what I asked. You know what I'm saying? That's what we here for sure. Keep going.
Yeah, man, just being able to, man, have my certifications in order, man, so where I can be useful.
Yeah, diverse and everything.
Right, man, exactly. So somebody paying for it, man, why not? I mean, you getting paid, you getting training that's paid for, man. I'm trying to use every dollar of it.
Nah, I ain't mad at you. You know,
most definitely.
That's what's up, man. Definitely, hey, get all the certification, especially the free education. It's not a lot of it out here. It's not a lot of it out here for real. You know what I mean? We already know. We already been in the institution.
Yeah.
We already know how that looks.
Institutionalized
like a mug, man. So yeah, definitely get out there, get them certifications, man. For sure. You know, I always believe in you. You know what I mean? Like I said,
appreciate that,
you
bro.
was coolest cat. You know what I'm saying? No matter what the fire going on. You know, so you know, I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about it at all, man. But all right, let's look. The fun part now. Let's get into it.
Cool.
Let's look.
0 for 5. 0 for 5.
0 for 5. That's crazy. He already projecting it. So look, this is how we do it. If you haven't seen it, you get 5 questions. Each question you get right, you get $5. Each question you get wrong, you get nothing at all. You dig what I'm saying? It's just that simple. So you know what I'm saying? I project that you can get 5 right. You projecting that you're gonna get all 5 wrong. Maybe we'll just meet in the middle somehow. But we gonna see. So, you know, don't worry, it's no pressure. Like I said, the worst case scenario, you just end up how you are right now.
Yeah.
So it's not
Walk out with what I came in with.
Exactly. Walk out with what you came in with. So, you know, it's nothing too crazy at all. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay. Question number 1. I don't know if this is a hard question. I don't know if any of this is gonna be hard questions. I told you before we started recording. So question number 1. What's the name of the tool a firefighter might use to break a window or to probe walls and ceilings for hidden fires? So for a hidden fire, what's the name of the tool a firefighter might use to break a window or to probe walls and ceilings?
Pike pole.
All right, so it's a multiple choice. So
Oh shit, my bad.
so the answer. So the answer choices are A, pike pole, B, jaws of life, C, a fire hammer. So that's your final answer?
yeah. I'm gonna stick with pike pole.
You gonna stick with that? All right. Well, congratulations. It was correct. All right. Okay.
I thought we was.
Nah. You answered quick as hell. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you. Answer quick as shit. All right, I didn't even think about it or nothing. All right. This is gonna be one of those episodes. All right. Pike poles have been in use for many years in firefighting, especially just a long pole. Essentially, just a long pole with a spiked hook on the end, which is useful for tearing walls down to prevent the spread of fire.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So that was question 1. Damn. All right. You doing, like I said, man, you might get all 5 of these right, bro. That was quick as hell how you just did that. That was a little too quick. You didn't think, you didn't hesitate or nothing, bro. That's that firefighter instinct right there. Question number 2. All right. 3 in 5 deaths occur in homes due to what? 3 in 5 fire deaths occur in homes due to what? Is it A, inadequate exit strategy, B, arson, C, missing or inoperative smoke alarms, or D, grease fires?
I'm gonna go with C.
That's your final answer? Missing or inoperative smoke alarms?
I'm gonna go with smoke alarm.
All right. And it's correct again. This is wonderful. Yes, 40% of fire deaths occur in homes that have no fire alarm, while the other 17% of homes that have smoke alarms aren't simply working. So check your smoke alarms at the house, people.
Most definitely.
You know what I mean? 2-0 already. This is all right. We going through this quick as hell. Wow. Usually this is like, let me think about it.
That's a little bit of gas right there.
Yeah,
Just a little bit.
2 gallons. And I just took me $90 to fill up.
Boy, don't even get me started, man.
All right, my bad.
Don't even get me started, man. Gas is ridiculous out here, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sorry. Okay, moving on. Question number 3. All right. How many classifications of buildings are there based on the fire resistance of their construction materials?
5.
Is it A, 4, B, 5, C, 6, or D, 7? So, that's your final answer. Oh my God, bro. Yeah, that was right.
Hey man, since you my partner, I might give you a discount. Man.
Nah, you good, bro. You good. Here at Top Logic, man, we honor every question that's correct. You feel what I'm saying? Even if it may be begrudgingly, we still honor it. You feel what I'm saying? No discounts, no nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even do you like that, man. You know. But wow, 3-0, man. I told you, bro. You already on your way. You're already on your way to taking all my money. All right, and question number 4. All right, how often do fire departments in America respond to a call? Is it A, every 13 minutes, B, every 3 minutes, C, every 10 minutes, or D, every 24 seconds? How often do fire departments in America respond to a call? A, every 13
I'm gonna
minutes.
go with 3 minutes.
3 minutes?
Yeah.
So that's B, every 3 minutes.
I'm gonna go with 3 minutes.
Is your final answer?
Yeah, that's my final answer.
It's incorrect. Thank the Lord. All right.
Happy, bro.
Woo. I ain't that happy. But yes, D, every 24 seconds.
24. Yeah.
So, that's crazy.
Yeah, I would. If I took a test, I would have. That was one of the questions I would have skipped. I was like, let me come back to that one. Let me think about it.
Yeah, I would have never thought that too, because I thought it was 3 minutes too.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot, man.
24
That's
seconds. I'm like, that's like 4 calls a minute, bro.
Yeah, boy. Hey, I be
That's
at
like
work.
2 calls a minute. Excuse me. I do the math.
And,
Yeah, bro. I'm like, that's wild.
yeah, sidebar. Like when I'm at work and I'm looking at like the dispatch system, that makes sense though, because I mean we have to log out our calls in a book. And yeah, like in a
I just write it down, jot
like
it
a big
down.
ass book. Yeah, like write this down, flip the paper. This your shift. This your like these the call number. Yeah, that type of thing. And yeah, man, the numbers are like they do change that quickly. So 24 seconds does make sense. Like we could be, just use an example. We might get a call. We might be 445, and we get a call an hour later. It could be in the 600s. It can be 632.
Wow.
So that's pretty consistent with. Yeah.
Ooh, hey man, you better than me. I told you. I don't know if I can do that, man. All right, so it's the last question. You already got 3 of the 4 right. You on the roll. You feel what I'm saying?
All right, cool.
You know what I'm saying? We might as well finish out strong. You feel what I'm saying? So last question, number 5. The name FM200 doesn't tell you much about what this product firefighters use is, but what is it? I don't even know if I want to give you the
answer choices.
so you want, all right. Oh, now you want the choices.
I need the answer choices.
Now he wants the choices.
FM200.
So the name FN200 doesn't tell you much about what this product does for firefighters. What is it? Is it A, a chemical fire suppressant? Is it B, a breathing mask? C, a type of hose? Or D, the call sign for an aerial fire apparatus?
FN200.
FN/200.
I'm gonna have to guess on this one.
So again, A, a chemical fire suppressant, B, a breathing mask, C, a type of hose, or D, the call sign for an aerial fire apparatus.
I'm gonna go A.
That's your final answer?
Let me look at you.
Don't look at me.
If you look a little too happy to hit the button, that mean I got it wrong.
Nah. I'm indifferent, highly indifferent at this point.
I'm gonna go with A, man.
That's your final answer?
Yeah.
It was correct. So you guessed that correct. Yeah, shout out to you, dog. Shout out to you. Can I hold on? Which one is it? I'm trying to remember which. Yep, we can use this one now.
Yeah.
4 out of 5. Yeah, the FM200 is a halocarbon chemical fire suppressant. It's also known by the incredibly unwieldy name. Boy, I'm not even saying that. 1,1,3,2,3,3 hapalofluoropropane is used for fires that can't be exposed to wire for safety reasons.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, you just taught me something, man. I appreciate that at least.
Hey, that's what we here for. You know what I'm saying? We're here to teach the world. You know what I'm saying? One step at a time. That's what we do at Chop Logic. But yeah, man. Hey. 4 out of 5, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's the best score we done ever had.
Oh, for real?
That's the best we've ever had.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean?
I get a picture on the wall or something like that.
Man, I don't know.
I just get 20. I'll take the 20. That's
You know what I'm saying? I think 20 is enough of a win.
Yeah.
You walk away with $20. You know what I'm saying? I think what was the most before this? Like what? 3?
50, yeah, it was 50.
It's like 50. Yeah. So 3 out of 5, and then we got 4 out of 5. You know what I'm saying?
So far, 3. I feel like.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's raise the bar a little bit. All
right, you raise the bar. Hey, so you come on Chop Logic, you gotta get at least 4 right, man. You know, Dierre done set the tone. So you gotta win this money, man. Come on now, it's here for you. You gotta come and get it. Put your name on it. But you know, Dierre, I appreciate you again for coming through, my boy. You know what I'm saying? I know if you got anything to promote, I know you don't be on the socials like that. But if you got anything you want to promote right now, you know what I'm saying, feel free to do so.
Yeah, man. Check out the podcast, man. Stay tuned, man. It's some good content, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. You know, please be sure to check out Chop Logic Podcast, you know what I'm saying, on all platforms. Please be sure to subscribe, comment, subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Chop Logic Podcast. Follow me on Instagram, Tevin El Chapo. Friends call me Chop, you know. And, you know, don't forget to follow the crew as well. You know, we got Javane Stewart. We got my boy Exclusive. We got my boy Shaq on the track. Langston, who also deleted his social media too, but shout out to him. And yeah, man, you know, appreciate you again for coming through,
appreciate it, man.
Taking my money, man. You know what I'm saying, and just much respect to you. Thank you for your service in our community. You know what I'm saying. We don't have enough people willing to do that. You know what I'm saying. So it's just always just big ups to you and just big respect for even just being able to do that.
I appreciate it.
What I mean. So you know, we always appreciate you. Always a friend of the show, so feel free to come down. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we can do this again.
Yeah, man. Just let me know, man.
I'll find some harder questions next time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But hey, you know, my name is Tevin El Chapo. Friends call me Chop. This right here is Chop Logic. And we out of here. That's it. Catch y'all next time. Much love.